Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here. And in today's video, we're going to be talking through a couple of my favorite plays on Prizepicks for today's slate for Friday, March the 25th. Got a decent slate tonight. For a Friday night, there's usually a lot of games on Fridays. Tonight we have 7 games. So decent sized slate. There were a lot of props that did stand out today. I'm actually going to give out 5 plays in this video. Normally I try and, when it comes to how many picks I give out each video, it's all going to depend on, how many games there are, if there's a lot of props I like. With 7 games tonight and with a lot of props that do stand out, I got 5 that I will share in this video. So we'll talk through these 5 plays, why I like them. As always, guys, I appreciate you guys watching these videos. Appreciate your support. Hit that like button down below. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button as well. Also, if you have not checked out Prizepicks yet, you want to give them a shot, you want to check out what they have to offer, you can sign up with my promo code NOAH. They will match your first deposit up to $100 when you sign up with my code, and you can tell the picks I give in this video, make some picks for yourself. You can check out their board. They offer a ton of other sports outside of just NBA, and you can mix and match sports on Prizepicks. So definitely give them a try. Sign up with my promo code, get that deposit bonus when you do sign up. And before we start looking at today's picks, we can recap yesterday. We gave out 4 picks yesterday. We went 2, 1, and 1 on the 4 picks we gave out yesterday. We did hit the over on Jonas Valanciunas fantasy points. We hit the over just barely on Drew Holiday points. Sadly, Chris has Porzingis. We needed over 37 fantasy points from him, and he finished with 35.8. So needed 2 more fantasy points from Porzingis. He came up just short. And then we had the over 6 assists for CJ McCollum, and he finished with 6. So he pushed. And I did actually post a video on my Twitter that shows the assist that McCollum should have gotten with like a minute left. He should have gotten his 7th assist with like a minute left. But just Alex Caruso full on sprinted from half court, blocked the shot, so he didn't get the assist. You can actually check out my Twitter at DFS by Noah. You can see that tweet I posted because I was definitely tilting that one. CJ McCollum should have had 7 assists last night. Sadly didn't get there though. He pushed. We went 2-1-1 yesterday. Not too bad though. Over the last 3 days, we have gone 9-2-1 on the 12 picks we've given out. So we've been doing pretty solid. Again, I've got 5 picks I'm going to share in this video. So we'll go ahead and start off with the points, rebounds, assists category. Like this matchup a lot for Rudy Gobert, and I like the over 29.5 points, rebounds, assists for him. So you can take a look at, over his last 5 games. He's only hit this in 2 out of his last 5. But the game against Boston was a blowout. I don't think he played his full minutes in that game. I want to check just to make sure. But I know Utah got blown out by Boston in that game. Yeah, Gobert only played 30 minutes. Normally he plays like 32, 33 minutes. So he missed out on a few extra minutes last game. Some of these games, like against Brooklyn and against New York, it was kind of surprising to see him do as bad as he did. But this matchup against Charlotte is as good as it gets, and Gobert crushed Charlotte when they played earlier this season. He played 36 minutes, had 23 points, 21 rebounds, and 2 assists. So he had 46 points, rebounds, assists last time he played the Hornets. You can actually take a look at this season when you look at centers and points allowed to centers. Charlotte giving up the 2nd most points allowed to the center position and 2nd most rebounds to centers. Obviously, we know Gobert dominates on the glass. He does a lot of his damage in the paint, which is where Charlotte really struggles. They give up a lot of points in the paint, and they're just getting killed by centers this year. It's a great matchup. Gobert crushed him earlier this season. I'm liking the over 29.5 points, rebounds, assists. I was debating between taking over on points, over on rebounds, over on PRA. So if you actually look, both his points and rebounds projections are 14.5. So if you add those two together, that's 29. I think Gobert probably gets I think he goes over all those props. I think he's going to get 15 points. I think he's going to get 15 rebounds. He'll probably get maybe 1 or 2 assists. That puts him over PRA. That puts him over his rebound prop and his points prop. So I really think Gobert's going to hit all of his props today. The matchup's so good. Charlotte just gets killed by bigs. I think for the sake of this video, though, we're going to take the over 29.5 points, rebounds, assists, just because if by some chance he doesn't have a huge scoring game and let's say he only gets 10 points, well, he could dominate on the glass and have 20 rebounds like he did last time they played Charlotte. So that's why I'm just going to take PRA because I think it's the safest. It just combines the 2 props that that project really closely, and by some chance, if maybe he has a big scoring game but doesn't get as many rebounds, you could still hit with PRA. If he doesn't have a great scoring game but he gets a ton of rebounds, you could still hit. So that's why I'm going to take PRA. We're going to go over 29.5 points, rebounds, assists for Rudy Gobert. Again, love the matchup. I think the spot is just about as good as it gets. The next prop we're going to take is in the points prop category. So we have a couple of points props we're going to take. First one's going to be Jordan Poole, over 23.5 points for Jordan Poole. This is a number that he's gone over now in 4 straight games, and the last 3 games have all been without Steph Curry. Steph Curry did get injured in that Boston game, so technically that game was without Curry as well. But you look at the last 3 games without Curry, 28, 26, and 30 points for Jordan Poole. And you can take a look at his usage this season with Curry off the floor. He's got a 30% usage rate. He leads the team in usage. He's averaging almost 25 points per 36. And he's going to play 36-plus minutes. Poole's minutes have been super, super high lately. He's played, I believe, 40 minutes now in 2 straight games. It might actually be 3 straight games. So these last 3 games without Steph, 36 minutes, 40 minutes, and 39 minutes for Jordan Poole. He's taken a ton of shots, 21, 23, and 18 shot attempts. He's also taken a lot of threes, and I was debating on taking the over on points or the over on three-pointers made. Because if you actually look at his three-pointers made, he's now made at least 4 threes in 4 straight games as well. You know, he's been taking a lot of threes. Last 4 games, he's shot at least 9 threes. So he's been chucking from deep. He's been shooting a ton. I was debating between points or three-pointers made. I have a good feeling that if he hits 4 threes, he probably is going to do enough else to get 24 points. And by some chance, maybe if he's not having a great shooting game from 3, he could still get there because he's been driving to the basket. Just been taking a ton of shots. And you can actually look at his touches over the last 3 games. So these 3 games without Steph, Jordan Poole is leading the league in touches per game. He's got more touches than Nikola Jokic, more touches than Darius Garland, LaMelo, Sabonis. And these are guys that, have the ball in their hands a ton. Jordan Poole is averaging more touches per game than those 3 guys over his last 3 games. He's just been having the ball in his hands so much. He's been shooting a ton. Usage has been absurd. Minutes are going to be super, super high as well. Matchup against Atlanta is really good. Like, all the boxes are checked right now for Jordan Poole. I think over 23.5 points looks really good. I think over 3.5 threes made also looks really good. But for the sake of this video, we're going to take the over 23.5 points for Jordan Poole as our second pick. Our third pick, going to go to Houston, Portland, a game that I'm a little scared of just because I think this is a game that, you've got 2 teams that obviously have no intentions of winning right now, 2 teams that are clearly trying to lose, that are tanking. But man, these are 2 very bad defensive teams, and this could definitely wind up being a high-scoring game, and it should stay close as well. We've seen Christian Wood do really well in the soft matchups when he gets to face, bad teams. He did great against Washington, had 39 points. He did great against Indiana, had 32 points. Now he gets another soft matchup against Portland, and you look at Portland when it comes to points allowed to centers this season. They're allowing the 3rd most points to centers. They're a team I've been attacking all year, especially ever since they lost Nurkic, Simons. They've just been a really shitty team. This Portland team is just so bad. So I think over 18.5 points for Christian Wood looks really, really good today. Christian Wood, again, he's one of these guys that when he gets these soft matchups against bad teams, he can just really crush, and we've seen him do it lately. He's a high-usage player. He's a guy that's going to be out there taking shots when he's out there. Him and KPJ have about similar usage on the season, around 24%. Per 36, Christian Wood is averaging 21 points per 36 this season. You factor in the soft matchup, you factor in the spread, and that this game should stay close. You factor in the pace as well. A lot of the boxes are checked here for Christian Wood. My only concern is that Houston, right now, they're at the point in the season where they don't want to win. They're literally trying to lose games. They're probably not going to play their starters massive minutes. But I think if this game is close, we'll still get like 30, 32 minutes from Christian Wood. And with how good the matchup is, he can score 19 points in 30 minutes against this Portland team. He can stretch the floor. He can shoot threes. He can drive to the basket. He's just a really good scorer. The only reason he's so inconsistent, I've said this before, the only reason his box scores are so inconsistent is because, Houston's just terrible. They get blown out a lot, and we see a lot of games where Christian Wood doesn't play his full minutes. In a game like this, I think he gets his full minutes. I think in a soft matchup like this, he'll score 19 points for us. So taking the over 18.5 points for Christian Wood. And then we're going to take an under in this game. I'm actually going to take the under 17.5 points on Brandon Williams. So one thing worth noting is that Brandon Williams did not start last game. He moved to the bench, and they actually started Chris Dunn ahead of Brandon Williams. I have no idea if that was just a one-time thing or if moving forward, Chris Dunn is going to start over Brandon Williams. Chris Dunn did just get signed to another 10-day contract, so he is still on the team, and obviously they still want to be playing Chris Dunn right now. I don't know. It's a risky situation, I guess. If Brandon Williams does wind up starting, obviously he could score 18 points, especially in this good matchup. But he's been a really inefficient shooter this season. Like, even when he's gotten big minutes, he's had some just low-scoring games just because he's been so bad, like shooting the ball, so inefficient. Over his last 5 games, he has played big minutes in a couple of these games. He played 37 against Brooklyn. He played 33 against Detroit. But like last game, when he didn't start, his minutes went down to 25. Against Indiana, he only played 25 minutes. A lot of these games were blowouts. Brandon Williams at times was getting blowout run. Lately, he hasn't been getting much blowout run, which I think is another check mark. Like, even if this game blows out. I don't think Brandon Williams is going to play a ton in the blowout. They actually played Chris Dunn a lot in the blowout last game. So I feel pretty good about this under on Brandon Williams, especially if he doesn't start again. If he doesn't start again, I don't think he's going to score 18 points off the bench unless he just gets really hot, which is something that he struggled to do. I mean, you can look at his game log. Like last 3 games, he's shot in 20%, 35%, and 23% from the field. Ever since he's been playing these minutes without Simons, he's not been that great. I mean, he's had some good games, but a lot of these games he's just been really inefficient from the field. He's been shooting the ball really poorly. I feel pretty good about Brandon Williams going under 18 points as long as he's not starting. If he does wind up starting, then obviously, it becomes a little bit riskier, but I went ahead and locked it in. I don't really know. I guess it does worry me that, if Brandon Williams wasn't expected to start, why would they even have props up for him? That's the one concern. You would think if Williams was not expected to start, then there wouldn't even be props available for him. The fact that there are props up for him makes me assume that like the community and the prop lines, the market, I guess they're expecting him to be back in the starting lineup. But Chris Dunn's been playing well. He started last game. I think they're going to keep starting Chris Dunn, which could mean Brandon Williams might not be playing as many minutes moving forward. So I'm taking the under 17.5 points for him. I know the matchup's fantastic against Houston. Obviously, there's ways this could go bad, but if he doesn't start, I feel pretty good that he's not scoring 18 points or he's not playing enough minutes to score 18 points. So I'm taking the under 17.5 points for Brandon Williams. And then my fifth and final pick, I should say, is in the rebounds category. And we're going to take the over 7.5 rebounds for Mason Plumlee. Now, this one, you may think, Plumlee rebounds versus Gobert, that doesn't make much sense. Yeah, you're probably right, but if you look over his last 5 games, Plumlee has gone over his rebound prop in 4 out of his last 5 games. And I think in this matchup against Gobert, they're going to need size out there. Charlotte does like to play small when they can. Plumlee's not a guy that really plays huge minutes. Most nights he plays 24 to 28 minutes. Montrezl Harrell will usually get like 18 to 20 minutes, and then they'll play small ball for a few minutes. But this might be a game where they have to just play Harrell and Plumlee 48 minutes because, you can't really go small against Utah. Utah's going to have Gobert out there for 30-plus minutes. They're going to have Whiteside out there. Whiteside is questionable today, but they're still going to, Utah is still fine playing big when they can. I just think with Gobert out there playing 30-plus minutes, you can't really go small against Gobert. Gobert's just going to destroy you in the paint and on the glass. So I think we get pretty good minutes from Mason Plumlee today. I think he plays 26, 28 minutes. And last time they did play Charlotte, last time they played Utah, last time Charlotte played Utah, Plumlee did play 26 minutes. He had 9 rebounds in those 26 minutes. And you can look at his game log. When he plays 24, 25 minutes, usually he gets 8 rebounds. 27 minutes against the Knicks, 9 rebounds. 24 minutes against the Pelicans, 10 rebounds. 22 minutes against Atlanta, 10 rebounds. 28 minutes against OKC, 10 rebounds. 30 minutes against Boston, 15 rebounds. 24 minutes against San Antonio, 13 rebounds. So, all the games where he's played 24-plus minutes, he's gotten 8 rebounds for the most part. A lot of these games where he's gone under his rebound prop is just because the minutes aren't there. Like, the Dallas game, he played 16 minutes. He only had 1 rebound. Against the Pelicans, he only played 20 minutes, had 2 rebounds. Against Brooklyn, 20 minutes, 5 rebounds. So basically all the games where he's gone under 8 rebounds, he just hasn't played a ton of minutes. There have been a few games where he's not gotten there and it's still played decent minutes. But I think if we get 26, 28 minutes from Mason Plumlee, which is possible because they're going to need size out there against Gobert, he can go over 7.5 rebounds. He can get us 8 rebounds. He's averaging 8 rebounds on the season. And per 36, when you look at his stats with Charlotte, he does average over 11.5 rebounds per 36. Now, will Plumlee play 36 minutes? Obviously not, but I think he will get high 20s, which should be enough to get 8 rebounds. He's going to be around the rim. He's going to be battling with Gobert, fighting for those boards. Could see, Plumlee easily getting, 8 rebounds if the minutes are there. And he's a good rebounder. He's a guy that's always around the rim to grab boards. He's not a center that's going to stretch the floor and shoot threes. He's always going to be around the rim trying to, fight for rebounds. So I like the over 7.5 rebounds for Mason Plumlee today. That's our 5th and final pick in this video that we're going to share. So these are my 5 kind of free plays for today. We've been doing really well in the free plays lately. As always, guys, I do give out more plays over on Patreon. So if you want more of my Prizepicks plays, you can check out the Patreon link down below in the description. Usually as the day goes on, later in the afternoon, I'll find 4 or 5 more plays that I like, and I will share those on Patreon. But these are kind of my first look plays that I like. Over 29.5 points, rebounds, assists for Rudy Gobert. Over 23 points for Jordan Poole, over 18.5 points for Christian Wood, under 17.5 points for Brandon Williams, and then over 7.5 rebounds for Mason Plumlee. You can choose how you want to play these picks. If you want to do a 5-pick flex, I think that's totally fine. I already did put in a 5-pick flex with these 5 players, but you can also mix and match them. You can do maybe take 3 of the plays and do a 3-pick, take the other 2 plays and do a 2-pick. Do different combinations of these 5 plays. My goal is to get all 5 of these picks right. Will that happen? We'll have to wait and see, but I do feel good about these 5 plays. Hopefully, whichever way you decide to play them, you'll win your entry, and we can all win some money tonight. But that's it for this video, guys. I really do appreciate you watching. As always, if you have not yet, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well. Check out Prizepicks. Again, sign up for Prizepicks and use code NOAH when you do. They'll match your first deposit up to $100 when you do sign up with my promo code. And you can tell the 5 picks I give out in this video. Make some picks for yourself. Check out their entire board. See all the props they have available. Just make sure you sign up with that code so you do get that deposit bonus when you sign up. But good luck tonight, guys. Really appreciate you watching the video. I hope you guys have a good weekend. Enjoy the NBA games tonight, and we will see you in the next one. Peace.